Good afternoon, I'm Malcolm Jordan and this is your Midday News Fix for Wednesday the 26th of June. Lauren Dickerson's husband says he forgives her for murdering their 3 young daughters. The South African doctor was found guilty last year of killing her girls in Timaru in September 2021, shortly after moving to New Zealand. Her sentencing's underway in Christchurch with a number of victim impact statements being read. In his victim impact statement, Graham Dickerson says his wife lost everything that he's lost, and he made the decision early on to forgive her. He says she'll have to live with what she did for the rest of her life, and her punishment is already severe. Rain's expected to ease today, but an orange heavy rain warning has been extended in parts of Hawke's Bay and Tairāwhiti. A state of emergency is in place for Wairoa due to the river rising rapidly. 115 people have been evacuated and a helicopter's on standby for hard-to-reach places and people. Mayor Craig Little says they expect more evacuees.
So there's a lot of water around homes that has come through some of the homes, but most of them it's sitting just underneath the house. So thank God it has got a lot of homes.
Power has been shut off due to rising water levels, putting substations at risk. A state of emergency is also in place for part of Hastings due to rising lagoon levels, where at least 140 homes in Homoana have been evacuated. Meanwhile, the Waipawa River has risen so high, residents of Takaraka, northwest of Gisborne, had to self-evacuate in the early hours of this morning. Parts of State Highway 2 and State Highway 35 and State Highway 51 between Clive and Awatoto are closed. There are multiple power outages from northern Hawke's Bay stretching north towards East Cape. Police are working to identify a person whose body was found by a member of the public in Otane, central Hawke's Bay, yesterday afternoon. Meanwhile, 3 bodies have been located on the shore at the Mahia Peninsula early this morning. The 3 haven't been formally identified, but it's believed they are the 3 Gisborne fishermen who failed to return on Monday. Former Health New Zealand Chair Rob Campbell is backing a petition for an independent patient safety commissioner. The Health Consumer Advocate Alliance says they want something that's proactive rather than reactive, in line with the model in place in England. Campbell says when you deal with someone only on the basis of complaints, you often get a skewed version of things.
Whereas a patient safety commission or commissioner can really focus on systemic issues, not just on individual event issues. And that, I think, is something that would be welcomed by clinicians as well as patients.
The petition closes today. Protesters have splattered fake blood inside Defence House in Wellington. Photos show a red liquid on the ground inside the building and on the front desk. NZME's Julia Gable is at the scene and says protesters have been stationed outside the building near Parliament with police on the scene. WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange has arrived in court in the Northern Mariana Islands ahead of his expected guilty plea. To sport, England have advanced to the round of 16 stage as top qualifier from Group C at the European Football Championships, despite a goalless draw with Slovenia in Cologne. And former All Black Shane Philpott has died, aged 58. The utility back made 14 appearances for New Zealand, including 2 tests at the 1991 World Cup. I'm Malcolm Jordan. That's your latest news fix. We'll be back with the next update at 5 p.m. from the Newstalk ZB newsroom.